There's a familiar sound here on Delmarva. Launches from NASA's Wallops Flight Center in Virginia.
Wallops certainly attracts a great deal of attention when it comes to its launches into space, and in a matter of days you'll be able to get a different perspective of the facility. It's all part of a new exhibit at the Delmarva Discovery Center in Pocomoke City, and that's where we find Brian Spiros with a sneak peek. Hi, Brian.
Hey, Lisa and Jimmy. Well, that exhibit is expected to open this Saturday, February 1st. And as you said, we're going to give you a sneak peek even as everything is still in the process of being set up. Now, here's a little bit of history about the Wallops Flight Facility that some people may not know. The facility, located on Virginia's eastern shore, is used as a rocket launch site to support science and exploration missions for NASA. The flight facility was established in 1945 by the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics and is one of the oldest launch sites in the world. A great deal of history, and it's all right here on Delmarva. And now I want to introduce you to Jessica Beebe, who is the Education Program Coordinator at the Wallops Visitor Center. So the first thing, Jessica, how did all of this come about, Wallops and the Delmarva Discovery Center?
It was really just a collaboration between the Visitor Center and the Delmarva Discovery Center to bring education to a place where we didn't think many people had experienced some of these exhibits and some of the history of Wallops.
Because we're so used to seeing the launches, but some people may not know the history or the stories behind it all. So we have a couple different things set up here, and these are just some of the things in the exhibit. We don't want to give it all away, and you're going to tell us the stories behind them. And first we're going to go to our left, the viewer's right, to that tall cylinder there. Tell us what that is.
That is a sounding rocket nose cone, and it's an actual size nose cone, and many people think that they're very heavy and bulky, but in actuality they're very light.
They're not. So let me see. I can't. Joking. It's light, people. See, I can do that very easy. See, there we go. So it is very light, and like you said, people may not realize that. And that goes up into space.
Yes.
All right, so now we have the nose cone, and we have this here which is called a payload. They kind of go hand in hand. Tell us about this.
So this is a scientific payload, and it goes directly underneath the nose cone. And this is a very old payload, but today we might send a payload with any science instruments or even cargo to the International Space Station for the astronauts.
So the payload would go underneath the nose cone, and then you guys will fabricate stuff around it.
Yes.
All right, so very interesting, just some of the things people will see. And then we have this here, and I love this. This is a picture of a monkey, a very famous monkey. Tell us about him.
This is Sam the monkey, who actually went into space in the late 1950s. And in this picture you can see he's being trained to use different tools and work with different equipment. And he had to be trained before he went into space so he would know what to do while he was flying through the air.
Because you don't want a monkey up in space not knowing what they're doing. And I was very naive because I had no idea that animals actually went into space before people did. So Sam is one of them. All right. So going from the monkey to this right here, it looks like an ordinary brick or a piece of concrete, but tell us what this is.
This is a very special brick, or a very special piece of concrete. It is actually a piece of the original launch pad poured in 1946. Now, we started launching in 1945, but this actually came after our first scientific mission.
And you guys used to do the launches right on the sand before you actually had a base like this.
Yes.
And obviously it has been updated since then.
Yes.
So certainly just a few of the things that you'll find in the exhibit, and a great deal of education for people, so they definitely should come on down and check it out.
Yes, definitely.
All right, Jessica, thank you very much. And we just want to remind everyone that the NASA Wallops Flight Facility exhibit will be opening this Saturday, February 1st, and it runs through April at the Delmarva Discovery Center. And we should also mention that this weekend is Locals Appreciation Weekend, and people in Sussex, Somerset, Wycomico, Worcester, and Accomack get 50% off admission here to the museum, so they can come in and check out this exhibit. So certainly a lot of great things happening here, and with that said, Jimmy and Lisa, we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
How incredible. And just seeing that makes me want to go build and shoot off a rocket.
There you go.
Well, Super Bowl week is underway, and you don't want to fumble on the big game night, so we are to the rescue in the kitchen. Up next, we're going to show you how you can start planning your party now with the first of 2 dishes sure to please any football fanatic, no matter what their age. But first, is there something going on in your community? We'd love to hear about it and see your photos from the event. Why don't you send us the information, along with any pictures that you'd like to share?
You can reach us at comments@delmarvalife.com or like us on Facebook and share the info there. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.